Man, I clicked on one underwear ad on Facebook today. One ad. Why? Because I like looking at good-looking people. No, just kidding. I was moderately interested. I see women all the time say they buy themselves something sexy to make themselves feel sexy. So I was kind of like in that mindset, you know what I mean? And so I was thinking, if I buy myself something sexy, I'll feel sexy, trying to work up the inner self-esteem. Wasn't like anybody was ever going to see it anyway, but me. But yeah, it was sexy underwear in the men's department, a sexy ad for men on Facebook. The ad wasn't saying that it was sexy underwear, but I knew if I had clicked deep enough, it would lead me to the sexy section. It was just one of those kinds of ads. Now every ad on my Facebook page is underwear now. Look. This is my Facebook page. Every mother freaking ad is underwear. Draws, briefs, nut huggers, yam bag, dong separators, everything. Okay, take the video away. Not only is my Facebook all underwear, so is my Instagram. Why? Because Zuck owns the gram too. Look, I'm sorry. I was just being inquisitive. I apologize to the meta algorithm machine. Please take the underwear ads away. They have turned my sexy into sad. Because as you saw, all those dudes look a hell of a lot better than me. I don't know how long I would have to be dead to have a body like those underwear models. Please take the ads away. They have had an adverse impact on my psyche. I don't feel good about myself no more. I don't think it's fair that there are guys in the world that look like that. There's some feelings I had, you know what I'm saying? Please take the ads away. Meta, Zuck, whoever you is. In the words of the Nutty Professor comedian, I can't take this shit no more. Oh yeah, this is Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable Season 2. More for you. Well, welcome to Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable Season 2. More for you. I'm your host, Corey Blaze. Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable is a series of one-on-ones with me on YouTube because I don't have enough to do. The show is done in segments. I make them up as I go, and if you know the words, feel free. Now, before we get started, I'm going to go a little bit off script here, and that's going to piss some people off, but this is our second taping of this episode because we have had so many things go wrong. I'm just going to keep it straight with you right now. We have had so many things go wrong. This is like the second tape. At first we had a lighting issue. A light blew out, just gone in the middle of the taping of the show. And then we had an audio issue where, like, I'm not even going to get into the details of it. We had an audio issue. Then the camera malfunctioned. Then after the camera malfunction was fixed, we had a battery issue with the camera. These new DSLR 4K cameras are insane, but they're also insane. Hand me the cable that caused us all these problems. Go get the cable. So a cable, I guess, shorted out. One of those funky little USB things that shorted out. Look, you can't tell this in the finished product, but I'm going to break it down for you. We have had so many issues trying to get, come on, give it to me. Trying to get this second season of Snackable off the ground. Thank you. This thing! What is this? I can see why the cable is burnt out because look how long that's been bent. How many years has that been bent like that? What kind of how many years has this been? I mean, this thing killed. So here, take that. So we've had so many issues. I'm just going to break it down to you. It's just been absolutely crazy. You don't see it in the final product, but it's been absolutely insane. Now, someone said the C word. I don't want to say the C word when it comes to this at all, because I don't think it's that, but I think it this way. When you come up to so many adverse things, because before, man, last season, first season, it was like, boom, we got this, boom, we got that, boom, this is work, boom, this is going on, boom, this is happening. Last season was no problem. This season, when we come up with so many issues and so many problems, I think that means that there's something really great. Something great and huge. I hate to use that word right now. Something huge is going to happen. Something big is going to happen with these shows. So we doing the most to bring y'all these shows. So I really hope y'all are enjoying them and subscribing to them. And those of you that are listening on iTunes and Spotify and things like that, you want to get over to the YouTube and check it out on the YouTube site as well. Okay, all right, let's get started with Ass, Eyes, Remote, Don't Blink. All right, I wouldn't say that I am an avid TV watcher. I normally get into things on TV when they're like kind of like big and everybody's kind of talking about them. But working from home most of the day, my TV watches me. It's like background noise. But the few TV shows I do watch, I stream. My go-to streaming service is Hulu. And lots of TV program is normally available on Hulu like the next day after it airs. So I'm like always behind, a day behind on everything. And I'm okay with that. I literally am okay with that. Some of my favorite TV shows to stream are The Good Doctor with Freddie Highmore. I think I've mentioned that on Fat Guy Radio Show. And my new favorite actor, Richard Schiff, is on that show. Another show, even though I can't stand it, yet I still watch it. The Connors. Look, give me a minute here. I'm so sick of the damn Connors, which is the remake of Roseanne. When they rebooted Roseanne after 30 years, the actress, comedian Roseanne said something or tweeted something on Twitter and got everybody up in an uproar. So then they re-canceled the show Roseanne, and then they brought it back without the actress Roseanne, and they called it The Connors. And the show bites ass. Sorry, Disney, because it's ABC. I'm afraid of you, Mickey, but I love you, but the show sucks. It's terrible. It's so unique in its terribility because the show has dynamic actors, but is horribly written, edited, directed, and produced. I take that back. Some of the actors suck too. Look, the show doesn't even feel like normal or real. It has no rhythm to it. Sarah Gilbert was great as a young, sassy, back-mouthing Darlene. Now they have made her the lead of the show, and she just doesn't have the oomph to carry the show as Roseanne did. The show The Connors has made so many bad moves in my eyes, yet the show somehow lives on. How? I can only assume Sarah Gilbert has some ABC executive's child locked in a basement somewhere. John Goodman on the show is an Emmy and Golden Globe winner. He just looks like he's been forced to do the show. No one, including Sarah Gilbert, looks like they believe in the show. And deep in their eyes, even as they are acting, you can just see that they don't believe the show is still in production. And where the hell is DJ Connor? Remember him from the original Roseanne, played by Michael Fishman? Remember when the show came back, I started a video blog on my now dead blog After the Levels, and I called it Counting the Words of DJ Word Count. Some episodes I couldn't even count his words because he wasn't in them. Now this show is in its 5th mother effing season. DJ Connor is nowhere to be found, haven't seen him yet. A few seasons back, Becky's daughter, the character Becky's daughter, disappeared as a baby. And then in the 5th season, reappeared as a 6-year-old second grader. Darlene's younger son, the character Mark Connor, which interestingly is the name of Becky's late husband, he went from being like this sweet-faced kid to being this towering figure of a young man, still playing a sweet-faced little kid. Look, it's not the actor's fault. It's the show's fault. The show, The Connors, is like, it's all over the place. And then they remarry Dan Connor to this character named Louise, played by Katie Sagal. How the hell they got Katie Sagal to slump to do this show, I'll never know. And everybody's head exploded when this happened. After Dan and Roseanne were married for 40 plus years, you would think after Roseanne died, Dan would have died shortly thereafter. That's how it works in nature. But oh wait, Dan did die. But no, did he? Wait, did he die or didn't he die? See, there are so many inconsistencies with this show. I refuse to accept that Dan is married to another woman other than Roseanne. This is not the way God intended it to be. Trust me, I know. I asked him. He's put down in my spirit. But I digress. I've been holding on to that for years. Oh my God. Okay, but I do take my TV shows via streaming services. Hulu is the main one. Every once in a while, I'll jump over to Netflix like I did for like Stranger Things. They lost me about 3 seasons ago, though. I'm out. I went back to Netflix for the Killer Game. What was the Killer Game called? Squid Games. I went back for Squid Games. That was phenomenal. But what has happened and what is happening is that everyone is now realizing what Netflix figured out years ago. Streaming is thebomb.com/everybody wants to do it now. Now we have almost every network coming out with their own streaming platform and removing their content from open content streaming platforms like Hulu and Netflix. Now, Hulu stands out from Netflix because Hulu tapped into the next day TV show programming, while Netflix developed their own programming both in TV series and movies. Now we have Peacock, which is why I take issue with Peacock, because they killed American Ninja Warrior for me. A&W used to be streamed on Hulu in the summer. That's where I watched it. And now A&W is exclusively on Peacock. Same thing for another show I streamed on Hulu, America's Got Talent. No longer available on Hulu. It's exclusively on Peacock. I already have Hulu, Netflix, Prime, YouTube, Habo, Max, Disney Plus. Now, just to watch some of my favorite shows, I have to subscribe to these specific network streaming services, and it's becoming a little bit of a pain for me. What is happening is the streaming market has gotten oversaturated. It's gotten crowded. I'm going to age myself here just a little bit, and I'm okay with that. But when we went from just a few major networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, our TVs went from like 17 channels to like 900 plus channels. The broadcast TV market is way oversaturated. Now that's what's happening to streaming. No one wants to work with each other and settle on a deal where everybody gets a little bit of piece of the spoils. All these networks want their own piece of the pie, but here's the reality, networks. There is no more pie. You're creating crumbs and the market isn't eating crumbs. Just ask CNN Plus. Like McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and Burger King, we just need a few big boys out there with their toys. Making us run here and there just for a few morsels is a complete waste of time. I'm no longer watching any NBC shows that I used to love. Why? I'm not installing and subscribing to Peacock. When the shows were perfectly okay, they were perfectly okay on Hulu. Now look, here's what I'm gonna blow your mind. I would pay more for a streaming service that had everything in one place. Why? Convenience. Why do you think a 4-pack of toilet paper is $8 at the gas station? Convenience. I would pay more for the convenience of having all of the shows I want to watch gathered in one little cute little box so I can binge from show to show like I used to. Peacock. It's getting out of hand. No, it is out of hand. And the reason this is out of hand is the almighty dollar. Money. These networks don't want to share the wealth with the streaming services that know how to present programming in a way that is conducive to the watcher. Me. It's so damn easy watching Hulu. Now, Netflix, they could use a little help on their navigation process, but when it's something big like Stranger Things or Squid Games or something like that, they have it right up front. Big old huge, button that you just pop right over to. But if you have to go digging for an old show in Netflix, good luck. Good luck. Disney Plus, same thing. There's nothing wrong with having Disney shows and movies on Netflix and Hulu. Actually, I give Disney Plus a small hall pass. Even though Disney Plus pulled all of their movies off of the streaming services like Hulu and Netflix, some TV shows like the aforementioned The Conners is an ABC network show, which ABC is owned by Disney. So Disney, like a struggling woman of the night, goes both ways. No movies on streaming, but their TV programming is on Hulu. I regrettably watch The Conners on Hulu. It seems to be that they want to make it so difficult now. They want to be selfish. Just let Hulu and Netflix have the W on this networks. What happened to the old adage, if you can't beat them, join them? Put the shows on the popular streaming services, charge my little ass a little bit more. I'm fine with it. I just want the damn convenience and less streaming apps on my damn Apple TV. That's it. All right, let's move on to If I Ain't Bitching, I Wouldn't Be Me. It's the holiday season. Everyone is waving and saying, how do you do? Now that the election is over, houses are starting to light up and twinkle. KEZ is switched over to Christmas music. It's the holidays. Many people are already planning out their big holiday meals, picking out place settings for the table. The songwriter calls it the most wonderful time of the year. There is snow in the high country. We are building, or we are like bundling up, not building, we're bundling up just to go check the mail. In the morning, our cars have to warm up now. In the evenings, there's this beautiful waft of a burning fireplace in the air. And the people on your job that didn't take too many fake sick days are fighting to take time off. It's the holidays. Well, what no one is saying about the holidays is that they really suck. And they suck for me. The holidays are not fun anymore for me. The Blaze house, the house of one. Why are they not fun? Because my kids did this weird and strange thing. They grew up. The holidays don't have the magic for me anymore. And I know a lot of people out there probably feel this way, especially parents of adult children. They don't, and you don't want to admit it. Well, I'll admit it for you. When our kids grow up, leave the nest, build their own nest, sure, it's a compliment to your parenting. But what they don't tell you is that it really sucks. It sucks for the parents. You go from being the only way and the only reason that this kid can survive to one day not. And the holidays, unfortunately, amplify that for me. Children are like the magic in the holidays. No children, you just have another day on the calendar where you don't have to work and the banks are closed. I think back on when my AJ was, little, the magic was quite real. One particular Christmas, he had to be maybe about 7 or 8 years old. It was Christmas Eve. And we were up watching a movie or something, and it was starting to get late. I told AJ he might want to go to bed so Santa can do what Santa does. Well, little fella being 7 or 8 years old, the Santa thing was starting to lose its impact. So knowing this, I purchased this door wreath thing that hangs on like your front door, and it was made of nothing but sleigh bells. And I gave it to my neighbor, a neighbor friend of mine. So that night, as AJ contested the existence of Santa and his 8 tiny reindeers, I agreed to let him stay up so he could hear when Santa arrived, planting the seed. We went on watching the movie or the TV show or whatever it was. His mother and I knew exactly what was going to happen and what we had planned. I gave the signal to his mom, leave the room, go upstairs. And, she went upstairs. And a few moments later, I left the living room, leaving AJ downstairs completely by himself. And while I was upstairs, I called my neighbor and I said, "It's time, do it." So what my neighbor did is that my neighbor took the sleigh bell wreath and ran around my townhome condo, shaking it. Well, when this happened, AJ screamed and came running upstairs crying. "I heard reindeers, they're outside. Dude, baby boy was shook. My poor baby was shook the hell up. He was shaking. He was crying. He was scared that Santa wasn't going to leave anything because he was still awake. He was so shook. I wanted to reveal to him what really happened and what I did, but he didn't want me to go to the window and look out because he said I would scare the reindeer and no presents would be left for him. See, when AJ was that small, we didn't put, the presents under the tree until Christmas Eve after he went to bed. We would wait until he went to bed on Christmas Eve night. So he would come downstairs on Christmas morning and there would be these new presents under the tree. I mean, there were a few gifts under the tree before Christmas Eve from like people we know, friends and some relatives, coworkers. But for the most part, the majority of his presents didn't go under the tree until he went to sleep. Again, it was all part of the magic. So we eventually calmed AJ down that night and got him off to bed. And I kind of felt bad because I was laughing at his little ass the whole time. And he was upset. And that made him even more upset. He became a strong Santa believer that particular night. I don't know how long it lasted. And it didn't help that his mother and I had claimed to not have heard the sleigh bells. So that amplified it with him. So see, that's like the holiday magic I'm talking about, man. That's gone. And it sucks. It really sucks. Sure, you can have your adult kids over for the holiday meal, exchange your Cash App names, and that's how you give your gifts because they want money. But then they leave because they have to work in the morning, and you have to work in the morning. Or if your adult children are in relationships, now they have to split the time between your house and their partner's house at your place for 4 hours and their partner's house 4 hours. It sucks. I really, really wish I had the magic back in the holidays. But let's be real. Losing the magic of the holidays is like part of life. Our kids have to grow up. They have to start their own little lives. We are parents have to go back on the bench. If your kids gave you grandkids, then you got, a second go of it, and then they become the holiday magic. But for me, it really, honestly, now is just another day. Sad, I know. I don't even decorate anymore. I've mentioned that on Fat Guy Radio Show. Like I have a garage room that is full of holiday decor that hasn't been touched in years. I think I put a wreath on the door and call it a day. No tree, no lights. Matter of fact, I have one 6-foot garland hanging alongside a window in my kitchen that has been up for like the past 5 years. I look at it as the Christmas time forgot. The holidays suck. I said it. Even if you won't, holidays suck. So happy holidays, bitches. All right. I'll change the mood. Here's a baby laughing. All right, let's wrap up the show with social what? All right, to the internet we go. Let's see what I found on social media this week. Here are some videos I found on social media this week. Let's go.
Whoopi, I have sat next to you for 6 years and never noticed that you have no eyebrows.
No, I don't.
And I look right into your eyes, and I did not know this.
I was married to a man who didn't notice. Until one day, he said, "Oh my God, you don't have any eyebrows." And I said, "Yeah, I know."
Dude, holy crap. Whoopi Goldberg does not have eyebrows. I too was today years old when I learned this. So I realized this. I'm looking at looking at that video, she literally does not have eyebrows. The great Whoopi Goldberg, the girl, Molly Girl, You in Trouble, actress, has no eyebrows. All right, let's see. What's next? What else did I find? I don't have any words. Okay, a few words. Why the color difference and the size difference is so clearly obvious. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? This is so wrong. But it was funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny as hell. All right, here we go. I think I know what's coming next. I don't care what you say. Two things. Farts are funny. Farts are freaking funny. I hate myself that I laughed at this disgusting video. All right, next. Right out of time.
Good morning. Are you prepared for Jehovah's return? Because if you're not, I have a
The balloon. That's a rollback. We gotta roll that one back. Roll that back. One more time.
Good morning. Are you prepared for Jehovah's return? Because if you're not, I have a
I'm done. Okay. Oh my God, the balloon. Oh my gosh. All right.
Uy, why did the chicken want to go to church? Because it want to talk to good.
All right, that's it. Okay. Talk to good. All right, that's it. All right, we got to get out of here. Well, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. Thank you for joining me for Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable Season 2, more for you. Remember to subscribe to the channel, even if you haven't already, the balloon boob. Turn on your alerts so you never miss a new Snackable or a live stream of Fat Guy Radio Show. A new show streamed live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Arizona time. Please visit FatGuyRadioShow.com. Support our sponsors so we can continue to bring you shows like this for free. And for something a little more spicier, check out my monthly bonus show, Afterburn, at FatGuyRadioShow.com/Afterburn. Follow us on all social media, share and like what we post. That's the free way. Don't cost you nothing to share and like what we post. And to spread the word about the show too, and about all the hard work that we do to entertain you in a very different way, even when cables break. I've been Corey Blaze, and this has been Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable Season 2. More for you. Snackable.